We are in the midst of a revolution. And
That is correct, Vivek. We are in a midst of a revolution. This is New American Vision. This is the second episode of Factions, where myself and John Ward go over different personalities, different people, I don't know, maybe we get into celebrities. Maybe we get to you. But we're going to put you on a grid, find out where you belong, and essentially friend-enemy distinction. So, Mr. the World Champion, John Ward, welcome to studio.
Welcome to Factions Episode 2. Zeb did finally get it going. We're just going to get into it now. If you're not sure what the hell is going on, a faction is defined as a group of people working together towards a goal, where people simply means humans as opposed to dogs or chinchillas, and a goal is the desired outcome of that faction's leaders, not necessarily the entire group. Some people are in factions on purpose. We call them leaders. Some people are in factions by accident. We call them useful idiots. Some are in the wrong faction on purpose, infiltrators. We call them controlled opposition. And every other kind of overlap and mismatch you can imagine at the confluence of people, groups, leaders, and goals for any imaginable reason, both intentional and retarded. Factions is a game. And the premise of that game is that we have to admit to ourselves we don't know what's really going on. You can disagree with us. You might know, and we don't. But I don't know what's going on, and that's okay. But beyond random guessing and having fun, which we will do, both of those things, guess randomly and have fun.
We definitely have fun.
That a real theory, even a conspiracy theory, must make testable predictions. That is what a theory is. The word gets thrown around too freely. So the game Factions is our collective pursuit of a model. Who is involved, who works for who, and why that makes accurate predictions. That's the point of this game, this show, Factions. As far as guesses, theories, hypotheses, and language, the game, wink, wink, it's a game. Factions follows the same and only rule these factions themselves play by, which is there are no rules. Might makes right. So whoever screams the loudest, Zeb, that's who wins. Nothing is off limits. There is no racist, sexist, homophobic, phobic of any kind. The end justifies the means, and the end is the capital T truth, and the means is a game, Factions, a great adventure. Maybe the last adventure there is. So, Zeb, with that being said, we are going one man at a time with our fantastical program. Python script. We did JD Vance last week. I believe those were the numbers. I did save it. Today it is, how do you say his name? I don't know how you pronounce his name.
Ramaswamy. Can you make it slightly smaller for screen? Or do you not care?
What, I don't know what you mean.
It's like zoomed in on my
on me, bro. That's you. That's you.
Is
That's
it zoomed
Zeb.
in on you? It is, isn't it? We can wait.
Wait for it. Well, Zeb does that.
Why
Hero
are
of
you
the
zoomed
basic
in?
chat. Vivek Ramaswamy, born in Cincinnati, Ohio, 1985, age right now 40. His wife, Apoorva, Apoorva, Tawari Ramaswamy. Apoorva Tawari Ramaswamy. She is a medical doctor. She works at the Wexner, yes, as in Leslie Wexner, Les Wexner Medical Center at the Ohio State University. He was initially educated at Xavier High School, Jesuit school. He then did his BA or undergraduate at Harvard, where he got a degree in biology. And then he got his Juris Doctorate at Yale. He is part of that whole Yale thing. Can I play that? Will that let me play that, Zeb? Can we copyright strike ourselves right off the bat?
I don't
try
care.
it. We'll see what happens.
Audio. No audio, John.
What's up?
No audio from your end.
All right, well, let's try this. Huh?
Nope.
All right, we'll go to YouTube and watch the Yale thing. Like Paul Allen, Vivek was part of that whole Yale thing, which Patrick Bateman says, well, for one, he was probably a closeted homosexual who did a lot of cocaine. That Yale thing.
Alrighty, give me 1 second and I will have that pulled up because we're fast. We're super fast. All right, I hope I don't dox anything out here.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Tell me about Paul Allen.
I'm at a loss. He was part of that whole Yale thing.
Yale thing?
Yeah, Yale thing.
What do you mean, Yale thing?
Well, I think for one that he was probably a closet homosexual who did a lot of cocaine at Yale thing.
Vivek Ramaswamy is a closet homosexual, just like they all are, John.
I want to just hammer home, no gay pun intended, how much of a meme this Yale thing now is. Will you also look up Get Hard Yale thing? Apparently there's another movie reference I didn't know about with
Get Hard Yale thing.
Yeah, it should be like 20 seconds or something. I don't know their fight song.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
I was facing some pretty long odds, but I buckled down and I succeeded.
You as a Harvard, you want to get raped for filling sense?
I think that's more of a Yale thing.
Yale.
I'm sorry.
Shut the heck up!
Oh, a little dub there at the end. So the Yale thing is going to become a major point in our factions. That is a dimension in our dimensional analysis. We might have to put Yale thing and not Yale thing instead of our guy and their guy. Should we do that? I kind of like that. Or our guy versus Yale thing.
Hey, turn it up a little bit.
All right, well, that makes that dimension easy. Oh, he looks so sad.
Nice.
All right, so Vivek, Xavier Jesuit High School, Harvard, and Yale. At Yale, so this is where it already just Zeb right off the bat starts getting wild. A lot of you might know this, so forgive me if you're a conspiracy sleuth. In 2011, Ramaswamy, after Harvard, was awarded a postgraduate fellowship to attend law school at Yale from the Paul and Daisy Soros Fellowships for New Americans. Paul Soros is indeed the brother of George Soros, his older brother. He's known as the Invisible Soros, I found out. Their real name was Schwartz. Changed to Soros in 1936. They are Hungarian Jewish. Paul, the guy who gave Vivek the scholarship award fellowship to get his law degree, is also a native speaker of Esperanto. I had come across that once in a while. I'd totally forgotten what that was, Zeb. Are you a native speaker of Esperanto? Do you know what that is?
I am not. Do I need to Google it?
Is a conlang, which is short for constructed language. I'm pulling it up here. Hold on.
Like Pig Latin?
Much more crazy and sinister than that, in my opinion. The world's most widely spoken constructed international auxiliary language, created by L.L. Zamenhof in 1887. It is an artificially made attempt to make this universal language. There's only like 2,000 people that speak it, or 3,000. Paul Soros is a native speaker. It seems like it's like some new secret language for the super elite, honestly. I don't know, but that's already getting crazy and weirdly a conspiracy. We can get into Esperanto later.
Did we touch on why we're doing Vivek this week?
Well, he's connected to JD. We're building a thread here.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. It's connected.
It's your show. I'm just here to listen.
I'm just giving the background, and then we'll turn it over. While at Yale, Vivek, who is Hindu, was a member of Shabtai, I'm assuming is how you pronounce it, a global Jewish leadership society based at Yale University. We really got to program in a little button, Zeb. Every time Yale comes up, we have Bateman just go that Yale thing. What do you say? Can you get on that?
Yeah, I think we could probably figure something out. Let me find a Yale sound.
Time
Let's see.
magazine has referred to Shabtai as Yale's modish club du jour. What? Well, club of the day. Okay, here we go. Secret society of a different stripe, and that stripe is homosexuality and cocaine, would be my guess. Shabtai. So Vivek Hindu was a member of a Jewish secret society of a different stripe at Yale, which he went to thanks to Paul Soros. Good work. There we go. There we go. He has connections wildly. We're getting into his career here, but just offhandedly, he had a stake in Martin Shkreli's Retrofin. Remember Martin Shkreli, Pharma Bro?
Yeah, loosely remember.
We have a slight connection there, of course. Usha, J.D. Vance's wife, and J.D. Vance himself. Great times.
And J.D. Vance's children.
J.D. Vance's children. So he does all that fun stuff. He learns things. He learns biology. He learns the law. He then goes into a career at Roivant Sciences, Roivant. ROI, yes, it stands for return on investment. VANT is just some weird word like you're going to hear a lot. This Roivant has all these billion subsidiaries.
Is your camera stuck or is it stuck on my end?
No, I'm an idiot.
Oh.
I'm putting it up. Hold on. Shabtai!
Yale.
You just got to clip Bateman's actual quote, or we'll lose money. We'll just get deleted off the internet if we do that. So anyway, ROI, return on investment, and then a bunch of Vants. And what I mean by that is the main, so Data Vant, Sinovant, 40 different, I don't know. There's a lot. It's stupid. It's probably intentionally made to be hard to follow along with. They've made deals with Pfizer. Anyway, yeah. So before we get into the weeds, he incorporated this in Bermuda, tax haven. Axovant was the big scam. And Zeb, I think that one you are kind of familiar with, you said?
Which one? I'm sorry.
How Vivek became somebody.
Yeah, so he bought whatever the company name was for like pennies on the dollar because they had failing drug trials in stage 2, I believe, or stage 1, and they essentially faked drug trials to the point of, I don't know, I think he ended up selling for like $135 million and then basically pocketed all that money, and it was all fake drug trials, but it was boosted by his mom.
The article, I went all the way to the source for this, and it's not loading. It's like it got deleted between yesterday and today. I shit you not.
Well, that's a common thread, John. That's a common thread throughout all of this as we go through different episodes of Factions, pick up different people. Things just happen to they say the internet is forever, but John, the people that control the internet, I think they can delete things and they just disappear.
All right, I'll give you my best. Here, I'll tell you what. We'll do it the Wikipedia way. Actovant.
While you're looking for that, in that same vein, I mean, we'll come across things. I think we'll get to it today where we talk about Vivek and his Adventures with Wef, if you will. And I don't know if y'all remember this, but it was really early on where he was being accused of taking Soros money and being on the Wef Young American Board or whatever it's called. That's something else that's been deleted. These people control the internet, and so they delete things at will. Wikipedia being one of them. I mean, they're deleting entire early life checks. And now we're getting an alternative, which is Grok, which is probably not even going to have the early life check. So what's even the point? What's the point of Grokopedia when it removes the entire purpose of Wikipedia? But go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. Here we go. My gosh, it took forever. Oh my gosh, it's redirected. You can't even read about it anymore. So basically, what Vivek's company did, Ryovant, return on investment Vant, really out there to help people. Is they would buy failed drugs. When people make drugs, they have to go through rounds, all these very rigorous rounds of FDA testing, and most of them fail. And all that hype that these companies got in the stock market drops to zero, and it's basically free. And so what Vivek did, despite his claim, despite his claim of I invent drugs, like he's some great scientist, he's got a bachelor's degree in biology and a law degree from Pound Me in the Ass U up in New Haven.
They
And
also do cocaine, John.
No, he went and he's like, I have an idea. I have a eureka moment. I have a dream, if you will, that one day drugs that don't work will be bought cheaply. And then we'll just say they work. I have an idea. I have a dream. We'll just be like, nah, they work great. And that'll be this huge pump in value. And then we'll sell it and have a bunch of money. Because fuck you, that's why. That is basically what happened with Axovant. They bought a drug that didn't work for Alzheimer's. His mom was like, I declare that Alzheimer's is cured now. It went up a shit ton in value. He sold. Jobu, fuck you, Jobu. He sold, and then he proceeded to just change the words in front of Vant 10,000 times. Data Vant. Let me get back there real quick. It fucking is.
What do you think Vant means to him?
I don't know.
If it's
penis.
so.
It was, there we go. Affavant, Covant, Datavant, Genevant, Hemovant, Immunovant, Kinevant, Locavant, Priovant, Cyvant, Altavant, Dermavant, Enzavant, Myovant, Spiro. Yeah, okay. Eurovant, Pissvant.
These are all owned by.
These are all subsidiaries of Ryovant. The ownership gets really, really complicated. Trust me. And he's got partnerships with Pfizer. Again, he was led into the machine by Paul Soros, the invisible Soros. He's best friends with J.D. Vance, who is now the vice president. What a happy accident, Mr. Boykin. What a coinky dink.
I mean, it's very coinky dinky.
It's very coincidental. And we haven't even scratched the surface. So anyway, I guess let's just take a step back here for a second. You're on to us, chat. You're on to me anyway. I'm very suspicious of Vivek Ramaswamy. How do you feel about him, Zeb?
Oh, I think he's great, dude. I don't sense any used car salesman at all. He just got rid of all of his nature because he happened to be born in America. His entire genetic history, centuries of genetic history, John, just washed down the drain because he was born in America.
I'm going to say what you just said, but in a single elegant image. Can you pull up that fucking picture of him in the cowboy hat and the Texas shirt?
Yeah, 1 second. Go ahead, talk.
I don't want to talk. That's what I want to say. Is that picture? That's my words. It's a
Vivek.
1,000-word essay.
That's probably wiped from the internet too. Oh, there
No
it goes.
way.
That's easy.
Oh,
Why
it's
is it?
gotta be.
Dude, this one's even better. Here. Can I bring up? There we go. Can you see that?
Oh my. Oh, he's a tech dude. People in Texas don't wear that shit. I mean, some do.
Yeah,
But not you.
but John, I mean,
No, wait, no, put it back up. I need this. I need this so badly in my life. It's like Beto O'Rourke kick flipping. I'm crying, man. Like for real. This is not an act. Oh, so I'm a little distrustful of him, and my essay explanation of why was there on your screen. Sorry, go ahead.
No, dude. I mean, well, I mean,
Oh,
he goes to Texas and you see all this, and then he goes to Ohio and he acts normal. And the boomer falls in love. I think the boomer not being able to distinguish AI videos apart is very telling, given who they vote for. They can't tell the difference between AI and real video. They can't tell the difference between Vivek and an American. That's the problem. That's the problem, John.
I think Joe Boo is starting to have a legit chance. Like, I could run Joe Boo in Minneapolis, mayor. He's got a large constituency there.
Dearborn.
Dearborn.
Just tell him to become Muslim.
Dude puts on a Texas flag Canadian tuxedo, I think, and a fucking cheapo. It's everything about him is that picture. So anyway, this all started with me taking a step back just to disclose my bias.
Well, Vivek's switch up is
Holy fuck,
just
that
more
picture.
obvious than everybody else. I mean, Hillary Clinton and hot sauce, AOC and
Yeah, that was pretty next level.
and accents. I mean, Vivek just more. It's the same, but more incompetent. It's like, okay, he thinks you're stupid because he's stupid. That's the problem.
I don't.
And Vivek is not. I mean, we'll go through this here in a minute, but Vivek didn't build himself up. He didn't bootstraps. Okay, it was given to him. Even the scamming aspect was given to him. He couldn't even scam his way to the top. He had to be given the scam to get to the top.
Oh, that's okay. We're good. Yeah, you mean like it's genetic? Is that what you're saying?
Do what?
Are you saying it's genetic?
Well, that's definitely genetic.
Okay, so anyway, he incorporated in Bermuda Axovan. He bought a drug that didn't work. The link to this whole article is gone now. He hyped it up. He sold it at the height of its value. It then crashed down to nothing. He still is a big owner in Roy Vant, and it has never been profitable the entire time he's been in charge. So there's we'll have to make a graphic of this. It's just going to be impossible to follow along, but I'm just going to blow through it really quick right now. The things that I think about when I'm getting back control of myself and trying to be seriously academic a little bit about who is he, who does he work for, where did he come from, why, what's his goal, that kind of thing. I think so Roy Vant got this insane amount of funding, not unlike JD Vance got an insane amount of funding out of nowhere to go run for senator in Ohio. Okay, so we make a little note there. Ohio State. Vivek's wife, the doctor, works at the Les Wexner Medical Center. Les Wexner, Epstein. Les Wexner, a lot of things. He lives right outside of Columbus, Ohio, in a really ritzy area. So we put a little pin in the map in Columbus, Ohio. We put a little pin in Ohio State University, just like we have Yale and Harvard. But the companies that gave Vivek his initial round of funding, QVT, headed by a guy named Dan Gold out of Harvard. Viking Global Investors, Andreas Halverson, is the protege of a very important guy named Julian Robertson of Tiger Capital. And then there's all these guys, his proteges, that are called the Tiger Cubs. So one of those guys. This guy also runs a huge children's charity. Kind of a red flag always. Anyway, some other companies, RA Capital Management, Visium Asset Management, Falcon Edge Capital. Their major funding round, $1.1 billion from SoftBank Vision Fund, a guy named Alex Clavel. There's this interesting connection to Sumitomo Dai-Nippon Pharma, Japanese company. They paid $3 billion to acquire 5 of the Vants. And then this weird company, Montes Archimedes, was made in order to help Roy Vant go public. And the major investing that helped Vivek go public came from Fidelity, Viking Global again, SoftBank, and Palantir Technologies. Peter Thiel. Currently, the institutional ownership of Roy Vant right now, as of October 2025, major shareholders, SB Investment Advisors, FMR LLC, Morgan Stanley, BlackRock, and Vanguard Group. Quote, Ramaswamy remains the 6th largest shareholder of Roy Vant, retaining a 7.17% stake. During Ramaswamy's time running Roy Vant, the company has never been profitable. End quote. But it is some sort of weird vehicle that has come out of nowhere with tons of funding, has partnered with and bought up a bunch of drugs, a lot of which don't seem to work very well. But he's made a shit ton of money for a lot of people. He got his law degree thanks to Soros. Ohio, blah, 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 blah. He then founded Roy Vant Social Ventures. In 2020, when he was CEO of Roy Vant Sciences, the company established a nonprofit social impact arm.
You want to pull up
blah, blah.
computer screen so they can read along? Sorry to interrupt.
I guess I can.
I mean, I like looking at your pretty face, but
I thought you were sweet. I thought you were going to be like pulling up all kinds of links and stuff while I talked. All right,
I can. You want me to?
Roy Vant Social Ventures. Let me get there.
Oh, if you're talking, go ahead. No. My bad. I thought you were reading off of this computer.
Oh, it's cool. I can do it all. Jesus, it's gone. Holy Christ. Well, that's probably why I wasn't.
Is that not why you? Did you pull it from?
Yes.
Is it just deleted? Does it not exist anymore, John? Don't we think this is a problem?
I don't know. Look, man, the point of it was to say that in 2018, he had this presidential campaign centered around opposing DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion, and opposing ESG, environmental, social, and corporate governance. However, the whole time that was happening, when he was publicly real pro-Trump and all that stuff, he had this Roy Vant Social Ventures that worked for pro-DEI and ESG initiatives, including, quoting, promoting health equity and diversity within the biopharma and biotech industries. While campaigning, he downplayed his role in creating and overseeing Roy Vant Social Ventures. So it was just full of shit, man. The whole time he was running, we all remember that well. That's the kind of point we're making here.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is a common thread. That's a common thread throughout Vivek, is that he is a politician. He's an Indian politician specifically. He very much so avoids the question when asked, especially when he was asked by that reporter on his birthright citizenship about is his dad an American citizen? The answer is obviously no, but he never actually answered the question. He just avoided it.
I love this fucking little program, man. It just makes me happy. Makes it all worth it. After that, Strive Asset Management. In 2022, together with his high school friend Anson Frericks, he co-founded Strive Asset Management, a Columbus, Ohio-based asset management firm. The firm raised about $20 million from outside investors, including Peter Thiel, J.D. Vance, and Bill Ackman. Nice. No eyebrow raising there from you, Zebski?
Yeah. It's all connected, John. It's all connected.
He also, in May 2024, acquired a 7.7 stake in BuzzFeed. Interestingly, he suggested they have conservative pundits such as Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson, and Bill Maher, I guess, is a conservative pundit. I guess. I don't know. That's confusing.
Depends on who you ask, I guess.
I haven't seen a lot from BuzzFeed in a while. Not really sure what they're up to. So then we get to, okay, so that was early life, privilege beyond belief, private school, Harvard undergraduate, biology, Bachelor of the Arts, no less. Not even a BS in biology. Gets a invisible Soros older brother fellowship to go get his law degree at Yale. Comes at that with a lot of shady funding we will map out and track and post in a future episode. But a lot of shady funding, rockets to the front, buys all these drugs that don't work. Magically, they suddenly get approved, makes him and all his buddies a ton of money. Starts doing DEI and ESG shit while he's actively campaigning against it, wearing that ridiculous ass hat and shirt. Yeah, seems like that kind of guy. Here, he did not vote in the presidential elections in 2008, 12, or 2016. No Obama, no Trump. He says he did not vote. He described himself as apolitical. He did support Trump in the 2020 election. He registered in 2021 in Franklin County, Ohio, as unaffiliated, but described himself as a Republican, retroactively, I guess. He has made political contributions to both Democrats and Republicans. He's donated $2,700 to the campaign of Dina Grayson, a Florida Democrat, and also $30,000 at the Ohio Republican Party, which is maybe what it costs to run for governor. I don't know. All right, so I can pull this one up here. The 2024 election, Zeb. Any chip in here anytime, by the way. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, before we get there, we ran through a lot of things. I want to jump on this real quick, knock out a couple. This is a screenshot from when he was on the World Economic Forum prior to running for president. And they have him listed. There was a fairly big to-do about him being on the list. He was trying to denounce that, saying, no, I was never involved. They put me on the list. I never took funding. All of this. Now we know that he was obviously taking Soros money. And then down here, you can see that in that same list, at a later date, it was removed. So this is from archive.com or .is. And then this is from whenever they took that screenshot. So that's what we're looking at. He's funded. So why do they try to hide this stuff is the question. And then you have things like this where he completely, you mentioned a second ago that he likes to, or he's advocating removing birthright citizenship. And she kind of pushes him back on this real quick.
I believe in being consistent about my policies where...
So your father is not a citizen of the United States?
He's not.
Okay. And your mother, when did your mom take the citizenship test? Was it before or after you were born?
After I was born.
after you were born. Okay.
After years of being in this, following the legal process of becoming a naturalized citizen, she followed it through the legal process. And
So you gained citizenship through birthright then?
Well, but you gain citizenship through birthright citizenship in that sense too, right? I mean, every American. So what I want to do is revive a vision of citizenship where every kid who enjoys.
I'm sorry, just to backtrack. So your father is not a citten. Your
they
mother.
came to this country legally. I believe in being
Yeah, what a joke, dude. He realizes he's caught in a little quandary there,
right
and then
to it as you do. It's my birthright.
Oh, it's my birthright. But they were here legally, John.
Listen, Zeb, it was legal.
It was legal.
We almost had him, and then he was like, it was legal.
But Vivek wants to get rid of the thing that he is, which is an anchor baby. That's what Vivek is, and he wants to get rid of it. I'm fine with getting rid of it, but at least admit that you are the thing. At least admit it. Neither his mother nor his father were citizens of America when he was born. Where's my gong? Deport.
Where's the just play the
Deport.
Yale thing. Just do the Yale thing at this point. Boop, boop, boop.
It's all fabricated. I don't even know. Where's my hotkey? There we go.
There we go. All right, Zeb, here we go. I did actually, you said when we were talking before the show, you knew about this. I kind of forgot about this, honestly. The Wikipedia edits. So even he is very self-conscious about this Soros thing. Quote, this is during 2024 election. Ramaswamy paid an editor to alter his personal Wikipedia page to appear more favorable to political conservatives before announcing his presidential campaign.
Is this on Wikipedia, dude?
Yes, this is on Wikipedia. I laughed exactly like that for like 3 straight hours.
Get scammed, dude. Get scammed.
The paid editor removed references to his involvement with the Ohio COVID-19 response team. Whoops. And his Paul and Daisy Soros Fellowship for New Americans Postgraduate Fellowship. Fellowship for New Americans Postgraduate Fellowship. New Fellowship American Fellowships. Other editors later restored the removed content, citing the report. Paul and Daisy Soros are the elder brother and sister-in-law of businessman and social activist and Satan's asshole tonguer, George Soros, who is the subject of numerous right-wing conspiracy theories, like the one I just threw in there. Ramaswamy's campaign confirmed that it paid an editor. This fucking guy. They paid an editor, but denied trying to scrub his Wikipedia page. Listen, guys, we didn't edit the page. We just paid an editor. All right? It's a difference. It's a different thing. It's a different thing. I see what you're doing there, Zeb.
If you want to go back and read that sentence that you read half a second ago.
I was distracted by those fine, natural, native Scandinavian
I'll read it. Well, let me find it. Where does it say New Americans at?
Third paragraph thing. The paid editor.
Oh, yeah. Paul and Daisy Soros Fellowship for New Americans. That's what they're trying to build, John. That's what they're trying to build. I mean, Nat Geo outed them as the new Europeans. They're trying to build the same thing in America. This is the George Soros plan. Purpose-built,
generationally passed down through oral tradition, cold weather head coverings they have on there. That's what those are. That's what those are for. Yeah.
Yep.
The woman. Yeah. Look at her ears are so warm.
Yeah. I mean, they just happen to be. They were farmers. That's why their skin's so dark. They got a good tan.
It was all the sun reflecting off of the snow, bouncing back up into them, turning them brown. As we all once were. Anyway, Paul and Daisy Soros. Anyway, so they paid an editor, but they didn't edit it. All right. Let's be clear on that, guys. No accusations. That would be actionable. A campaign spokesperson said the edits were revisions of factual distortions. What? And blamed a Ron DeSantis aligned super PAC. Who cares?
Hold on, time out.
Yeah, we need one.
They didn't edit it, but they did edit it.
That's what I've been saying. That's what I've been struggling with these past 5 minutes, Eb. You haven't been listening.
John, if I wasn't retarded, I would think that possibly maybe I'm just like maybe possibly somebody's lying. Like just tossing that out there that it might be a possibility that it doesn't make sense.
That's like a whole new because they're like not even really lying. It's like there's got to be a logical term for this, like a rhetorical, surely
like a kick in the balls. That's what they're kicking us in the balls. That's what they're doing.
It's like a yeah. There's got to be a term for it. We believe in Mo Just here. Yeah, they're not even lying anymore. They're just saying the truth, but then like, I didn't kill that guy. I hired a knife to stab into his chest. It's like you killed him.
I didn't edit. We didn't have the Wikipedia edited. We just paid a guy that happened to be on Wikipedia and he like typed some things that just happened.
All right. So, holy shit. Oh yeah. You still got that cowboy picture up? He then Trump wins. He tries to be part of DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency. Taters. And Elon Musk was like, "Get the fuck out of here." All right. Yeah, I think he yeah, he walked in like that, and Elon was like, "Nah, too spurgy. Will not tolerate that." He probably walked into Elon's office with like a Tesla shirt. I don't know. What kind of chameleon skin do you think he wore when he went in there?
He definitely had a Rubik's Cube graphic tee.
Oh my God, what a tourist. All right. So he gets immediately tossed out of Doge, and then that's where kind of coming to pretty much where we're sort of at now. It's like they're like, "Hey, you get the fuck out of here, but take this governorship of Ohio and just leave us alone, please." Is sort of what sort of seems like happening, but then also at the same time, he is clearly allied with very powerful people in Ohio, like Les Wexner, who I'm sure would love to have a buddy in a position of power like Vivek. So I don't know. But on February 15th of this year, he filed to enter the 2026 Ohio gubernatorial election, the election for governor. He officially announced it on February 24th. He got the full endorsement of Trump. Although that kind of reads more like when like you're trying to go golfing and like your wife wants to come or something. And then she's like, "Actually, maybe there's some other stuff I could do." And you're like, "Yeah, you would be great at that. It will never let you down. You have my complete and total endorsement. Go do that." I don't know.
John, do you know Vivek went on like a truth tour and did he was doing like a truth podcast? This is the truth attacking Vivek, okay? This is what happens. You lie so hard, you have to facilitate, if you say it enough times, if you say the truth enough times, if you say truth, it makes your lies real, John.
What am I looking at here? Is he's getting
This is Vivek being attacked by his truth poster, his truth backdrop.
Oh, I thought for a second it was like a boat. Like it was a Sikh boat driver on the wrong side of the highway. Oh, that's a little on the nose. It's one of those God just being like, yeah, here you go.
That's enough of that. Yep.
Let's just toss that one right back into your face. Eat that with your hands. Holy shit, man! This is a marathon. This dude. It's really weird. It's weird. Let's take another step back. Honestly, maybe we throw it to the chat on thoughts on the chat. I mean, what is MAGA like? Whatever MAGA is these days. Do we like Vivek? Am I supposed to be liking this dude? Should I not be saying this stuff? Trump endorsed him.
I'll fix that, Frank.
What's the faction here, Zeb? What is the we haven't done our guy yet.
Well, John, I mean, the longer we go about this, I don't know if we have an our guy, John. I don't know if we do. I don't know if they exist.
Maybe we just delete that dimension.
We can definitely leave the Yale thing because I think they all got the Yale thing. Maybe we'll get to somebody that's our guy. I don't know. I can't think of it off the top though.
Well, our faction again, NAV, is a group of people working to the goal of finding the truth about what the factions are. So that would be our guy, which is it's none of these people, honestly. The uniparty, I guess, is a term that gets thrown around now. That seems to be fairly accurate.
John, I mean, it really, we're talking about our guy. I think our guy is got a little culture to him. A little rap culture maybe.
Forgetting what he wrote down, the whole crowd loud. He opens his mouth, but the words won't come out. He's joking how everybody's joking now. The clock's run out, time's up. Over, plow, snap back. Goes gravity, oh, there goes gravity. He's so mad, but he won't give up. Daddy, he going back to these notes. It's all matter, he's old. It's all matter, he's close. He don't matter, he's old. He's old static.
All right, that's enough of that. That's enough of that. That's your boy, John. He's one of us. He wore the cowboy hat, and the Texas flag.
Words fail me. That might have been the gayest thing I've ever seen.
It was definitely a Yale thing.
That was extremely Yale-ish. What the fuck? What do you call someone that went to Yale? Faggot.
All right, you take it. I'll be right back.
What's their actual? Just take it on dropping an F-bomb. All right. Let's plot then, I guess. Do your Yale thing. I don't care. Follower or leader? I guess that's okay. So where does he fit in? He's 40 years old. He is mentored or tapped in or whatever you want to call it by the elder Soros, and he has all these older people working for him. As I recall, I believe JD Vance, we had 15 on the leader scale. I would be pretty hard pressed to say Vivek was higher on the totem pole than that. However, he's sort of like, I'd say more than 0. So I'm going to say 5 for now. We'll put him at a 5. And I will see your thoughts on that chat. Ineffably, he's ineffably gay, Lord of the Rings says. Great word. Exactly that. So fantastic choice of a PNG on that one. So anyway, yes, he is now running for governor of Ohio. He is far and away leading it. I believe he's probably going to win. He's probably going to win. His political position, he's an American nationalist, guys. He's a nationalist. He's an American nationalist. He says the United States is in the middle of a national identity crisis. That is accurate. That's why he's trying to be the one who ends up on top of the pile of new American India. Secular religions. And then Ramaswamy did rally really hard behind Trump, but of course, if he was working on Team Teal and Team Palantir, he sure would. He says he was the anti-woke candidate. Of course, remember this whole time he was running. Right before that, Roivant Social Ventures, just totally full of shit across the board, honestly. And then you remember his grand H-1B crash out, as with Elon Musk. And so I think we have something there to consider in terms of a faction involving India and H-1B. So let's just kind of recap here quickly. Well, whatever the hell Zeb is doing. Key people involved connected to Vivek: J.D. Vance, Bill Ackman, Peter Thiel, Les Wexner, Abigail Koppel, Les Wexner's wife. If you don't know, her father, Yehuda Koppel, don't know how you actually say it, was one of the founders of Israel as a member of a precursor to the IDF. Super important guy. His daughter married to Les Wexner. They have this foundation that looks specifically for first-generation Americans, pays for them to go get law degrees at Yale so they can fuck up our legal system, I guess. Maybe, allegedly. Also, Paul Soros, Daisy Soros, Martin Shkreli was just an interesting one. There's a whole lot of other people, but their names are really not something you would have seen in the news. So we'll add them to the map. The key places we've covered relative to Vivek: Ohio, the state, specifically Columbus, Ohio; India, a lot of connections to Israel, a lot of connections to New York, specifically New York City, which is very connected to Israel; Bermuda, a lot of things with Switzerland, and a little bit with China and Japan. The key major academic institutions involved in these connections: Ohio State University, Harvard, Yale. The major company in the industry of pharmaceuticals, Roivant. The scandal was Axovant. They're all Vant, some things confusing on purpose. The major religions involved with all of these people we've talked about: Hindu, Jewish, and Christian, specifically Jesuit. So that is the major notes thus far. I think we're right at 1 o'clock. I genuinely, at this point, am not sure what the fuck happened to Zeb. Maybe I should check if he's in here. He's not. But we have covered the suspicious things, the meteoric rise out of nowhere, all this funding, QVT, Viking Global, Palantir, to get this company off the ground that buys up all these worthless. It's like really honestly the same model, if you will, as what Hollywood is doing. They are just getting their hands on intellectual copyright. The copyright is the same as the drug patent. That's what you're pursuing. That's what you're getting your value from. Maybe it's Star Wars. Maybe it's an Alzheimer's drug. It's the same franchise, same business model. And how much better if you get one that used to be popular or had a lot of money invested in it, and then you just do the director's cut and say, wow, now it's great. It's had an epiphany. That's really actually kind of how all of this works. But slightly more interesting than normal is that Vivek and J.D. Vance, of course, and even Peter Thiel ostensibly are aligned with Trump or on the right. There's this whole faction of West Coast technocrats, they call them. Palantir is at the epicenter of that. Peter Thiel, Alex Karp, Elon Musk. Possibly an overlap with some sort of gay mafia going on there. We don't know.
I'm back.
He's back. He's back. We just were doing a quick recap now that it is 1 o'clock, and we just kind of covered all of that, to be quite honest. I guess the final part, I don't know if I got into the full details of Les Wexner again. So Vivek's wife works at the Wexner Medical Center of Ohio State. He was the most connected guy to Jeffrey Epstein that there was. He had Epstein as his financial manager from 1987 till 2007. So what's that, 30 years? 20 years. Still a long time. He was the primary client of Epstein. He purchased his New York property and sold it to Epstein after his marriage to Abigail, again, the daughter of the guy who helped found Israel. In 91, he granted Epstein power of attorney and instated him as a trustee on the board of the Wexner Foundation. And he now lives in Albany, Ohio, which is really close to Columbus. In October of 23, the Wexner Foundation officially terminated its 34-year relationship with Harvard. In a letter to the Board of Overseers, the foundation's leadership expressed that they were, quote, stunned and sickened by the university's failure to unequivocally condemn the Hamas attacks. Wexner is of Russian Jewish descent. So for 34 years, they had been supporting Harvard. They pulled their support because Harvard got overrun by far-left pro-Palestinian protesters, a very vehemently anti-Israel, you know the type, and Wexner actually pulled. So maybe there's factions are splitting or realigning. I don't know. It is rumored, this is totally hearsay. Don't sue me. Les. That his wife, Abigail, that was an arranged marriage, she is his beard. He is a closeted homosexual.
No.
Again, her father, Yehuda Koppel, Koppel, was part of Haganah. Don't know if that's how you actually say it. The precursor to the IDF, helped found modern Israel, was rewarded. His first job was to run the first Israeli airline in New York City.
No.
I am feeling very much like I don't really like that fucking show, but that's a funny meme. What's his name? Always Sunny.
John, are we
Yes.
able to adjust people off from previously? Because I think JD Vance probably needs to go down and to the left a little bit.
Yeah, we can do that. JD Vance.
These
bang.
episodes should build on each other. I think that's what this one's doing. And we are looking at I don't know. I feel like there's a much larger plan that's been in the works for decades that we haven't been able to like define or detail yet. Obviously, it has something to do with Silicon Valley. Obviously, it has something to do with Ohio. The question is, how much ahead can they plan for something like this?
I mean, if you have billions of dollars, a few decades doesn't seem that ridiculous.
And they're all gay. They're going to turn Ohio into gayer Silicon Valley 2.0.
It really does kind of feel like that's the plan. Or at least it was the plan, and it maybe got slowed down or even slightly stopped, but it might just be too late.
Slowed down or stopped in what way? I mean, I feel like they're right on track.
I don't think they're coming in the same numbers they used to. I don't fucking know. Who knows? Who knows, man? Who knows? Doesn't look good. Tell you what, I feel like Norm Macdonald. Look it out there. It doesn't look good. It's gonna be a tough morning.
The question I got posed yesterday, John, and I think it's relevant for this episode today. Can we win? After we just went through all of that.
They're already on episode 2, man. Oh, fuck.
Can we even win? I mean, I have an answer, but
Yes, obviously we wouldn't be even fucking doing this if we thought we couldn't.
That's right. We wouldn't be doing this if we thought we couldn't win. Here's one thing I think we have on them. Well, I do, not John so much. Youth. I'm younger than them. We can outlast them. Not JD Vance and Vivek so much, but as their handlers, they are being handled in more than one way, John.
Damn, that was gay.
Not as gay as Yale.
I do. So, well, I guess we can get a little big picture here. We've gone mostly an hour on Vivek, but yes, that seemed to be the pattern back in 2008 and a little earlier, or 2000s, early 2000s. All the young people were rabidly liberal, because they're emotional. And Obama was this huge thing or whatever. So now I would say yes, the young people have switched. It seems to be a natural thing that happens. However, in the early 2000s, all the NPC left-wing kids, which was most people, just kind of like did what the TV told them. So they're a pretty unified group. It got Obama elected. It was a massive feel-good story of the year sort of shit. Hope and change. But there isn't a following like that for JD Vance. There isn't a following like that at all for Ramaswamy. Trump sort of had that following, but that's now like 5 to 10 years ago going on now. I don't know that he commands the youth like he did a few decades ago. And so the only guy that sort of seems that way is what, Nick Fuentes?
Partially what it seems like now, but there's a little bit of a war brewing inside of his little factions that he's built up over time.
Factions.
I would also add on to that is he's the one advocating people go to Harvard and Yale. Does he want to create more faggots? Genuine question. What is the boomer advice that Nick has given these guys? Since we're on a Yale spiel today, why are we sending our guys to Yale and Harvard? Is he trying to create more of a Yale thing? Is that it's a little tongue in cheek? I understand what he's saying, but the point stands.
You think he is a closeted homosexual? You think Nick Fuentes is a closeted homosexual? And you know what? I'll be the brave one. I'm suspicious.
Who's not suspicious?
I wouldn't say
the Catboy commie stuff. We could definitely chalk that one up. We could go with just the effeminacy across the board. Obviously, he's worked on it recently. Probably had some acting lessons. Yeah, you think so?
Just the things he cares about at his age and the way he goes, which is very impressive. But his skill is a skill set that women usually figure out. It takes men at least till their 30s to start to get clever that way. It's really only women and gay dudes who are good at it at a young age because they live in that little secret world of rumors and faggotry. I don't mean that as a homophobic slur in this case. Maybe I do a little bit. I'm not sure what I mean anymore.
Well, this is the thing. We're talking about factions, and I'm sure Nick will come up eventually.
There's I don't know. There's no like proof or evidence out there, and part of me feels like that's a very obvious thing for his enemies to start as a rumor about him. I don't watch him for hours on end. Anybody can be clipped to be made to look a little more effeminate than they might actually seem, but I don't know. He doesn't look like he's like out there playing football or anything.
Yeah, I don't think I don't know how we got on the Nick, but I guess he's top of mind. He's in the news. This is faction. We'll get to Nick one day, probably sooner than later.
We're talking about him because he's rising in opposition to the faction that these guys are rising. There's becoming clearer and clearer cut lines
Is he though?
Well, I would say he is not. He's not in the same faction as Vance and Ramaswamy, although that might have changed recently. I don't
That
know.
might have changed recently,
But at
John. It
least
might
up
have changed
until
recently.
recently, I would say he was kind of his own thing. And the people I would say that are somewhat aligned with him right now would be obviously Tucker Carlson just did that interview.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure. I mean, the Fed
and
Tucker told me that Nick Fuentes wasn't a Fed, so I believe it.
yeah, and then Candace Owens is the other big one, and maybe like Ian Carroll. Maybe we got to get
Little
him on here.
Marco.
And then, of course, these Vance and Ramaswamy type guys have their own little surrogates and talking heads, like the quartering. Gosh, who are they? They're like, Benny. Fuck, I have a list. Hold on.
All right, we're going to
Is
try
it, dude?
to place Vivek.
Yes.
I mean, he's probably in the ballpark of where he probably should be. Let's gauge
Oh,
chat a
okay.
little
So
bit.
on their side again, just we'll do all these people, but Laura Loomer, Brandon Tatum, Will Chamberlain, Captive Dreamer, Mark Levin, Ben Shapiro, Ted Cruz, Cat Turd. That seems to be an emerging faction. The other side,
Yeah.
you got Tucker, you got
Very,
Candace.
very MAGA.
Vivian Kubrick just came out and backed up Candace. Whatever that
Vivian.
means. Stanley's daughter. And
Oh.
Steve Bannon is kind of part of that group also. In my other category, I got Nick Fuentes. I got maybe Tim Pool. I got Sundance
What?
Conservative Treehouse. Tim Pool is
A commie. That's what Tim Pool is.
he's just checked out, man. I think he's just cashing in now. He's kind of roganing along. I don't
Dude,
think he cares.
Tim Pool's been checked out. When he quit article reading, dude, when he stopped giving his commie opinion article read, now he just plays the devil's advocate. They're grifters, dude.
He's trying to
It's going to be hard to play some of these influencers in the factions thing.
I know that's kind of where we're trying to start with the politicians have to be a little more clear about who they are and or the what they're representing anyway. I think they're a little easier to place. The influences are tough because some of them I think are just taking orders, but some of them are giving orders. Maybe like Ben Shapiro is a colonel or something. I don't know, general even. But we will find that out someday as we go one at a time. Let me you said you wanted to adjust Vivek a little bit more. Did I hear you say?
Well, I didn't know if we were going to try and place him, get a gauge from chat on that one if they had any input on the location.
100% Yale thing.
100% Yale thing.
100% fake. And a 5 leaning towards a leader as opposed to a follower, because I think the governor, at least in the way the sort of mafia he seems to be a part of, is actually not super high up in the grand scheme of things. It's like an earl. It's like a baron.
Yeah, it's like there's two echelons to their organization, right? So in the military you have officers and then you have enlisted. And so I guess in this case the officers would be, all right, our face isn't out there, we're just funding this thing, trying to get it going. And then your enlisted are the ones on the front lines like Vivek that are actually doing the thing, collecting the money. You like that analogy?
I do. I don't know. I feel like Vivek would be on the low end of being an officer. So here's where let's maybe end it on this note. We're able now to compare these two relative to each other. We had Vance as a 15 as a leader. I got Vivek as a 5. So we're saying Vance higher on the totem pole than Vivek. Would you agree?
Yeah, I think that's very obvious. I don't know if I would you put Vivek as a leader though? Even a little bit?
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's like what was the fucking analogy I used when you were off the air? So his drug company is kind of using the same model as Hollywood. I was positing, where the whole model is about, for Hollywood, owning the copyright. For drug companies is about owning the patent. When you own that intellectual property, you do everything you can to make money off of it. And if somebody owns something that's not making any money, you buy it on the cheap, and then you produce it and make a bunch of money, even though it's a shit movie. So I think he's like the equivalent of like a movie director, like James Cameron, maybe.
Chat says he's a follower. All the politicians are the people that influence these posers are the true leaders. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm fine with him very close to center, but I don't know if I would put him as follower. I guess just because he owns the thing doesn't make him the one running it. It's like we compare the a lot of these companies higher up on the stock market. I don't know, Sundar Pichai over there at Google or whoever that is. A lot of these CEOs are Indians, but I don't think they actually run the thing. They're just there to be a face. And that's what Vivek is. He's there to be a face. And he's had his Obama acting skills, talking points been given to him. So
I see. You look at him kind of like maybe I look at Zelensky. Is that what you're getting at?
Very much so.
I don't know that anybody is letting Zelensky be in charge of like an actual company, although I guess you're saying maybe he's not actually in charge of one either.
Would you let him be in charge of a state that you're trying to incorporate AI warehouses into? If you're trying to build the new Silicon Valley in Ohio, do you give it to an Indian to turn into India?
Yeah, well, because they do what they're told. That's like exactly the kind of guy they would want.
Yeah, but is he okay? Does that make him in charge though? Does that make him a leader? Not really. In seat, but not in person.
Well, okay, we're gonna have to kind of then so then what is how fucking high like a leader is? I'm not necessarily the top 1% of people. It's a gradient. Like if Peter Thiel is 100, you're saying Vivek is not even
like who would
1?
be then who would be a follower that we're gonna have on this list? Because I think we're grading on a curve
like
here.
Social media influencers and shit. Like fucking. Let me look at this list.
Who?
Like I guess I don't have a lot.
Like who would be a follower? Chat, who would be a follower, like a clear follower, and then like a kind of a follower that we would cover?
Lisa
Politicians.
Murkowski is more of a follower.
That's sexist.
We should have just read off all the women's names. I think I mostly have all leaders on here right now. I hate to say. No, but AOC.
Yeah.
Zelensky, for sure.
Ted Cruz, Mike Huckabee. I guess everybody
DeSantis.
associated with that little New Jersey country on the Mediterranean.
No, I think that's more like maybe Fuentes, Steven Crowder, Quartering, all kinds of people on the internet. Hassan Piker.
All right.
What the fuck? What are you hesitating at? What, you think he's in charge? I really don't understand where you're coming from.
Who? I think Vivek's in charge.
No, Hassan Piker. Like, what's the confusion about?
No, Hassan Piker's definitely a follower.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not worried about him. I'm worried about Vivek right now. I guess I could grant like a
Ask me, who would I consider a follower? And I answered you, and now you're saying I don't fucking care. I only care about Vivek. Then don't fucking ask me
I
that.
do. Well, I mean, Hassan would be at the very, very bottom of the totem pole. I mean, I guess the list that you're making is primarily people collecting money off of social media posting.
Vivek is in charge of a company that's worth billions and billions of dollars. That I don't know that I would call that a follower. I agree. I'm not going to immediately call it a leader. That's pretty high up.
Okay, let's do this. Are we just speaking follower and leader generally, or follower leader in with respect to trying to achieve their
I in my head
global
think
goal?
of a leader as somebody who actually makes decisions. Like someone who is allowed to actually decide things.
Okay. Well, then he would fall under leader then.
Yeah, and then it's got to be relative to, like, probably doesn't get to decide things as much as maybe JD Vance does. Although,
I mean, I feel like governor's decent. I mean,
That's
he's
what
not governor yet, but he's not
making
going to
the
lose.
argument I was making 10 minutes ago. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Well, now we had to define the thing. Now I'm on board.
Holy shit. Are we there? Are we there for Vivek? That was
I think we're there.
a lot of info.
Give him like a 10 on the leader scale.
A 10?
What do you have him at? 5, 15?
Well, I had him at 5 and then I put it at 0. Let me save this. E2. All right. Oh yeah, you actually should probably see that, huh? So there we go. Yeah, so we'll add people. We'll get them all in order. Just kind of being an a-hole.
That's as fake as he goes.
That's 100%. Is that 100?
Can we do more? Can we do more?
I can like keep adding numbers. I can make it go to 11, like fucking Spinal Tap. But yes, and so there are bigger picture parts to this that are coming. There's a top down one we're working on. The guy working on it is on vacation or something, I guess. But all these people and names we talked about, some of which you know, some you don't. We'll create a visualization of this, very much like the upper left hand corner here. But it actually does kind of start to make sense when you draw it out like that. I would just like to have a more elegant and readable way to look at it. But as Boradley is saying, Vivek is a low-level scammer, belongs in a call center. Yeah, he's like the Michael Jordan of extended warranties. He's the greatest leader of the dumbest thing ever.
He should be a call center manager.
Yeah, he would be the manager. All right, big time. He might even be like a regional. He might even walk between 2 call centers during his lunch break. I don't know.
Deport.
Franchise. You really should put that
Deport
soundboard.
Vivek.
Should make this back into like an old 70s radio show or whatever. But that's all I got on Vivek. Zeb, I think we have made good progress once again. Do we already know where we're going next week, or will we figure that out?
Well, let's gauge chat. So we want to build these episodes just like we did last week with Vance. We came today with Vivek. There's obviously connections there. The question is, what connections does Vivek have? We know he has connections to Peter Thiel. We know he has connections to Soros.
Could do Les Wexner. We could do his wife, Abigail Koppel. Those all lead in very interesting directions. We are trying to climb the food chain to some degree.
You want to go to Lex next?
Possibly. Well, we'll talk about it. We'll reread through the chat if anybody's got their own theories yet. But I think we're with just 2 people. Nobody knows where it's going, including us. We'll also see maybe something will happen in the news to push us in the right direction. What do you say? Are you there?
I'm here. Let's do it. We will leave it a mystery for now. Huh? It's still morning time for me, dude.
I know, I can tell.
I only had
Your
one
brain's
coffee
shut.
this morning, and I haven't even made it through my first Celsius. Here's what I guess Wednesdays I'm gonna start getting up early and just like wake up and like pop a 5-hour energy, and then we can have some good energy for the show. Somebody said it was a little weak today. It was definitely weak today. We're gonna build it up.
Who said that? Vivek's burner account?
Oh, for sure it was. Who was it? I'm about to out him right now.
You know, it's too hard to follow along with some of the minor characters without a visualization. So I'll get that whipped up here by the next one.
Yeah, let's do Les Wexner. Let's shoot for him. If something comes up, we'll take it. But I think we got it. We're getting a good start. Got Vivek, we got Vance. Moving on up in the world. Maybe we'll come across somebody. Maybe we could work in some type of like institutional thing where we can just cover
Ohio State, Harvard, Yale.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, let's do that. But let's get out of here. We've run out of steam, and we are beating a dead Indian guy.
All righty then. You want to close out? Or you want me to do it?
I don't have it. Oh, that was kind of nice. I don't have a sign off written for this show yet. So yeah, we'll be back next week with factions and some more fucking energy.
We'll be back next week with factions and some more energy than we did this week. We are going to build. Huh?
I'm just yelling at Joe Boo with energy. Jeez, end the show, Zep. Take control.
Yeah, but everybody wants to see your wig. I need to get me a powder wig later.
We are in the midst of a revolution.